Yes, hello guys, I'm Chris, and if you're there and you're having problems with loading images into your PAG files when you're using Express.js, you're having problems with your JavaScript files, they cannot be loaded, you get a 404, and your external CSS. If you're having such problems, this is the video for you. So without any more stories, let's get started. You can see that I have a very basic Express app with only just one route, my server starting and including Express in my project. I'm using my view engine as PAG, or what you could normally call Jade. So first of all, let's first try to understand where is the problem coming from. The problem is you could be for example, if you have a view like this one, you could try linking your CSS like this. Maybe you created a CSS file here, a CSS folder at the root. Maybe you created a CSS folder here, and then you have a CSS file inside, something like style.css, and then when you are in index.pag, you try to do something like this, dot slash css and then slash style.css. This is actually the problem, and this is not right, because you're actually trying to load a static file using PAG in a way that the server doesn't do it. So how does it happen? How can we fix this? Or an image. Now for example, I have an image here and I want to get this image right onto my web page. So first off, this is the route I'm having. I want it to happen that when someone goes to slash or to the root URL, this index view is loaded. So I won't go into the details of PAG, since this is not a video of understanding PAG. So first off, we need to tell Express that this is going to be our view. This is going to be our static folder, the folder which is going to hold our static files. So by that, I'll use, in my case it's app, whichever I used here. So I'll say app.use, then I open parentheses, then use express.static. So express.static takes in a parameter, and you can see it's the root. So I want to store my static files in a folder called static on the base directory. So this means that Express will look for static files here in a folder called static. So I'll create my folder called static, and all my static files will be going inside this. So I get my CSS folder inside this, and then the image I want to render to the web page. So let me copy the image in a second. Image, get it right here. So image.jpg. So I want to return this image to this view, through this view. So I come here, PAG, we have to indent. So I use img, and then now on the source, what happens is PAG already knows, or your server already knows, that the static files directory is already static. So you won't have to put static. If it's inside static and it's on the root of static, you just put the file name image.jpg. So in this case, maybe an alternative text if it's not found. So let me check if my server is running. yeah, my server is running. So let's see what happens when I go to localhost slash. I expect to have an image there. So I'll open Chrome and hit so I'm having an error. So trying to read the error, it's a pag error on this line, so it's an indentation error. Heck. So look for it in what the entire indent wall. Is it the body? No. So the head, body, and this. Oh heck. And here my image is. So with pag you have to be very careful with the indentation. Even if it is a blank line, just make sure it doesn't have any indentations. So now assuming I have a CSS file in my style.css, I want to resize this photo. So I'll first check whether my style.css is linked. Now it will go directly to static and look for a folder called CSS, and inside that folder there is style.css. okay, now inside style.css I want to say all images, I want them to have a width of 50 pixels. Yeah, that's all. Let the height be auto. So let me reload, and boom, my CSS is also linked very well. So you can do the same with the JavaScript and any other static files you'd like to use. Feel free to like the video if you liked it, and if it was helpful. Feel free to ask any more questions down below if you need more clarification. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.